at the party.
This meeting is being recorded.
And I had two more customers. One lives in Texas and one lives in California.
Recording in progress.
Yeah. So I did 300.
Vicky, you got two going on.
I got her.
Okay.
And I did the party, at least 3 people, or I had a party with 3 people or more. I didn't do 3 parties and the 300, and I was close to getting a share, but my goal is to continue with the 3 + 3 + 3. And I was excited about that. Yes.
Great job.
Awesome. That's awesome.
You know, I was one of the things in our church Sunday was talking about when you can't focus on gratitude, there's a real block. You know, we can be angry, frustrated, jealous, maybe perturbed, and we might not even know about it. But the moment that you start to recognize that and be grateful for that person, even if it's your enemy, you pray for that person, even if it's somebody that you're not very fond of, all of a sudden God just sees that blessing. It's like we're like this, and his blessings can't come to us until we start our gratitude. So let's celebrate and be grateful for all sorts of things, including our sisterhood. But let's really try to celebrate here, because this is where it all begins. I just want you to know, as new people come into all of our lives, how we show up on our T3 really will transform their experience and their lives. And if you want to be a difference maker, show up to your T3 ready to pour out that gratitude, ready to celebrate even the things you think are too little. It's not true. That's the devil. So just allow yourself to go with it. So who has a celebration? Anybody else?
We got to get everybody excited to celebrate something next week.
Well, I had 5 faces this week, and
I'm celebrating you, Andrea. You did the weekly challenge and then some.
Yep. And then I had so my party on Sunday was 3 people and over $400, and it was just super fun. So
you guys, I want you just to be reassured that your leaders are working, and we don't compete with you, but we want you to know that we're working. And Andrea posted some amazing pictures from her party. It just looked like so much fun. So Andrea, you were going to do it outside, but what happened in San Diego? You actually got hot there.
Yeah. Oh, it gets hot in the middle of the day. And when that sun's on you, you can blister. But we don't have your kind of desert hot, because it gets cooler in the evening. But yeah, we had to come inside. And I did the 3 shares. So that was another thing I forgot to say. That's huge, because I know personally all of the people listening, we hear a lot about seeing the faces and closing the sales, but I'm really proud of that as well.
I'm proud of you, girlfriend. So I want to start our slideshow because I did something kind of fun, and I waited until I knew Andrea wouldn't see it. So I kind of did something goofy and fun. So let's look at our slideshow. Check this out. You guys, when you wonder, what are you doing? Like, I'm plugging away and I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. This is the transition through the years. You are not here for a minute. You are not here for a second. We are here for a lifetime. And I am now celebrating 31 years in Mary Kay, 30 years as a director. And I want you to know I have no regrets. Even the bad stuff or the negative stuff that happened, I learned from it. And this is a picture of Andrea and I back. You see that thing around my neck? She was living in Hawaii at the time, and she brought me a real like
tuberose.
Yeah. I actually like brought it on the airplane, 5 hours, 6 hours on the airplane, and gave me that gorgeous lei. And it smelled so amazing. And that's how special this friendship is. And so this is what we're striving for. And so, you know, when people like, I know Amy, you're going for directorship, Alice is going for directorship, it's like all the A's. You know, I want you guys to think about, you're not just building for a day, a week, a month, a year, you're building for a lifetime. And Andrea and I have served a lifetime together. And I put here, celebrating years of Mary Kay's sisterhood, success, cars, marriages, kids, and the journey of a lifetime. She goes by Dre Babe, I go by Joe. That's our nicknames for each other. And, you know, we just wanted to share this with you because transition happens and we want this transition to happen. So let's take it to the next level. Andrea, take it over.
Okay, was I supposed to read this page? This,
Yeah, I told you had to do all of it.
That's a lot of words. Okay. So here, wait a minute. No, we got to go back. Hold on. Who did the TED Talk? Who's earned our TED Talk? Sorry, who has earned our Talk to Me Tuesday? I'm so excited. We have got the most amazing thing planned for those of you who did the 1+1+1. We forgot to celebrate who at least did 1 new face, 1 share, and of course 100 in sales. Fran did the sales, saw the face. Anyone else? Okay, who?
Oh, I did the face and the sale, but missed the share, but that's okay. It's coming.
I did a face, a share, and a sale, but my face wasn't new. She was a checkup facial, so it doesn't count. But we were close.
Now, Joe, are you doing the summer beauty bag? Are we doing that together?
You put it on your Facebook site, but I didn't have it on Superstars, but I don't have a problem doing it. Yeah, we can do it.
Yeah, because I thought we were in agreement. So if you guys haven't seen this, every single person, I don't care if it's their 15th facial or 15th on the go, if they have 5 appointments with you this month, they go in 5 times. But if you haven't paid attention, it's a $250 travel roll-up bag with summer beauty bag giveaway, and it's for every face for the month of July, including sharing. So not only are those shares going to go into our $500 cash drawing, like every single person you're with is going to go into the drawing. So you need to be tracking that. Now, what I told my girls, Joe, was they need to put it on their weekly accomplishment sheet, her name, and then just to the right, before you go to the sales, like for the name, just, what did I say to do? Just the full name. That's her. Oh, the phone number. I need their phone number because if she wins, we need to contact her. So make sure that you go back and edit that, or at least get us that number. But every single face, you guys, that's exciting. And it's only for July. So we want to really kick off this year powerfully.
Okay, so that's on Andrea's Facebook page. So
I'll put it on ours right now.
Oh, okay. She's going to put it on ours right now because that's how she rocks. Okay, I love this woman. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Okay, so while she's doing that, I'll just talk a little bit and then turn it back over to her. So you guys, our Tuesday talks, if y'all are working your business, this should come to you very, very easily. So in July, we're celebrating the ones, like 1 new face, 1 full circle interview, and 100 in sales. You guys, this is not that hard. And if you're finding this challenging, that's why you need to have a quick coaching call with your director. So text us, Voxer us, and let us know when and where and how, and we will have that conversation with you, because I know sometimes we don't want to talk about it with the group, is what's going on in our lives or what's going on with why we're not doing the face or the share or whatever, but that's something you can share with your director, and it's very confidential. This is public, you know, this is all of us, but it's very confidential. So please, you know, if something's holding you back there, talk to us, because one of the things that I heard years and years and years ago, and I've always held on to this, is, okay, if you don't want to do any team building, like I just want to do the sales, I don't want to do team building, then let me call your customer base and I'll recruit for me. I'll recruit for my team. How many of those customers are you going to give to me for me to talk to? For me, for my team. Okay, and Andrea's team. You're like, none? Okay, so you guys, I spent my first year in Mary Kay with 2 recruits that fell in my lap, and we didn't get paid on any team members until we had 3 back then. And I sat on that for almost a year before I decided, wow, what am I doing? I am leaving money on the table. And I am not sharing the way Mary Kay asked us to when she said, pass it on. The product, the career opportunity, and everything that goes along with it. Go back to that picture of Andrea and I and how we have built a sisterhood through the years. I mean, is it perfect? No, because I'm a pain in the rear end, but she is perfect. Okay, so knowing that, I saw Monica smile there, knowing that, I just want you guys to really embrace the thought of just doing the marketing. You are going to be in such shock of how much fun it is. When you have people, even if they're not interested in joining your team, they are interested in being a talent scout for you. Alice is great at explaining this. And I want you guys to know that we are very proud of our Zulema Sauceda, who made a marketing, like a whole marketing video in Spanish, and there are directors using it. It's amazing. So don't underestimate the power of one. And that's what we're celebrating in July, the power of one. All right.
Thank
So, oh, and you celebrated them for their questionnaire. So we want to know, we already said who completed their challenge. And let me go on to,
no, go back.
okay,
Please.
you wanted that?
Nope, right here. So
Okay.
I'm going to be teaching at seminar, you guys, and I need to hear from you. What would you like to know if I'm doing a tech class? Anything computer, anything techie, anything that, I mean, I have what I would teach, but I want to hear from you. So please put it in the chat box tonight. If you're watching this recorded, just please put it in the comments at our Facebook page so I can help create the class for you.
So I think everybody on right now pretty much is coming, or they're going to be watching via Zoom or Facebook Live. So we are now, what we're working on right now is the classes we're going to finish with on Thursday morning. And so this is crucial. When we had our fall retreat, remember fall retreat 3 years ago, Andrea, it was like that last morning, we just crammed all this stuff in, and that's what people went home and changed. I'm like, we should just had them show up for one day. But it was so amazing. So don't, you know, feel like you're falling short if you're hearing it on the last day. It's just as important. So it's really important. Mary Kay has general, I know, but we're going to do it afterwards. Okay. All right, so we are sharing. Okay, so definitely put in the chat. Andrea's monitoring that as well. Okay. All right, being proactive and not reactive in your business. You guys, I've said this a million times. I'm going to say it again. It is planning your work and working your plan. Those are Mary Kay's words. They are famous words, and they are words that billionaires have used all through history since Mary Kay said it. So I really want you guys to focus on this. Plan your work and work your plan. Don't be reactive, be proactive. Being proactive is planning ahead. And that's so important. And this simple My Weekly Plan sheet is the easiest way to do it. This, you know, Andrea, we've never changed this. Like, this has been our go-to for over 30 years. And Mary Kay for over, 60 years. So you guys, let's not downplay how important this is, because it does work.
Joe.
Yeah.
I had something on that page because I put it in there to say, if you didn't do the 1 + 1 + 1, if you're like, oh man, I forgot, or oh, I tried, I encourage you right now, catch your words, number one. Because as I start this new year, I'm really paying attention to things that I've said, oh, it's okay, I'm going to do it tomorrow. Those moments, we need to stop and say, no, what did I do? Did I have it planned? So I just wanted to take a moment. If you do want to be a winner for our weekly challenge, and I hope everybody says yes, I want you to open up your plan right now, your calendar. And I want you to schedule. When you don't have it scheduled for when you're going to hold your party, when you're available for a facial, and you might be the party hostess. That's sort of how I've rolled for years. I'm going to commit to 7 o'clock on Thursday night. I'll invite 3 people. I wanted to do that right now because here's the thing. Joe and I know you love us. I know you believe in us, but we're not on that stage representing you this year the way we want it to be. Now we take full responsibility, but in order for us to be there, it's a team. It's together, everybody achieving more. And we want you to be stretching so much that you feel like, oh my God, I did it. I did it. I didn't think I could, but I was scared, but I did it. And my sisters were there to carry me and to support me and to catch me if I fell, and I didn't burn, and I'm alive and I'm feeling so excited. And now I want to help other people who are blocked, because the reason that you aren't lit up because you're blocked from belief. And we've got to plan it right now. So that's why I put that slide in there, Joe.
I love that. So good. Okay. Just to reiterate, we have, this is called the Big Three. And we are going to talk about this at seminar here in Arizona. But these are the big 3 courts that you're tracking. So I know some of y'all are fairly new, Fran and Monica. I just want you guys to understand this is kind of the ultimate goal. Mary Kay's National Courts, and then half of that is Mary Kay's Princess Courts, because we do not have a national. And then half of that is, and it says Shining Stars Unit, but it's really both of us. So this just came from my website. So the Court of Retail Sales is only 10,000 retail. The Court of Sharing is half of the Princess Court, which is half of the National Court. And then the Court of Personal Sales, the company doesn't track that. We track that. That's why you send in your weekly accomplishment sheets. And I want to tell you guys something. I actually had a consultant call me last week, and she said, I maxed out the Court of Personal Sales for this year. What's my prize? And I said, I don't have that in my records on your weekly accomplishment. Oh, well, I don't fill that out, but I did. I did like over 10,000. And I was like, that's like saying you're going to show up to work every day, or show up to class every day, or show up for your life every day, but you stayed in bed, but you were thinking about it. And you guys, we don't like to turn y'all down for prizes or anything. We want to give you stuff. We want to honor you. We want to celebrate you. But it's kind of like, your child saying the dog ate the homework. You got to turn in your homework. And so I know I'm preaching to the choir right now, but I really hope that everybody watches this recording. Every Sunday, go on Mary Kay In Touch, go under business tools, go under weekly accomplishment. And even if you didn't do anything with your business that week, put $1. Because $1 tells me and tells Andrea, I didn't work my business this week, but I am held accountable. We're not going to fuss. We're not going to get mad, nothing. We just want you to be accountable to yourself, because you are the most important person to us. Does that make sense to you guys? Can you all at least give me a little thumbs up there? Maybe half a thumbs up. Okay. Because I know when we had Rena as our national, and she would call me and say, how many new people do you have? How much of your unit done in sales? How much? And Andrea, the same thing, how much, what are you doing? What's your goals? How close are you? Da, da, da. And sometimes you're like, I didn't do much last month. And I don't want to make anybody feel guilty, so I'm not going to make you feel guilty. But I want you to know that that little bit of discipline will take you a long way. And you're going to see tonight that part of your points is going to be being held accountable to your director at least 5 out of 7 days. Okay. So just want to let you guys know, we are doing the $500 drawing again, July through September. Andrea and I paid for that for you. You did not have to pay anything for that. Maybe you should have, and then maybe I'll get more excited about it. But I want Andrea to talk real quick about Star Quarter and preferred customers, because she's just so good at explaining why this is so important with your points.
Oh my gosh, could you guys get excited about a trip to Scotland with your husband? What about just maybe going to Mammoth? Where is Mammoth? Mammoth, California? I don't know, whatever Mammoth is, and the experience of going into the mountains and being at a chalet and skiing for the weekend. Or maybe you're like, I really want a new office decor. I want a new desk. I want a new bookshelf. All of these things are available with your STAR program. Now, what Mary Kay has given us on this gorgeous poster is an opportunity for you to go and print this every single quarter. When you're in touch, you go into contests, and then you are going to find these resources, but you can choose a prize that Mary Kay's created, or you can keep your points and accumulate your points and accumulate your points and accumulate your points. And I'm so excited. I took some pictures of my new backyard. I have 2 new rugs that are stunning and all of these gorgeous pillows. My husband said, where am I supposed to sit? I said, and he tried to act like he knows decorating. I said, oh, no, you're not allowed. No, this is how it looks. This is how HGTV does it. But I was so excited that is because of my STAR points. And I'm going to post that picture. I was actually trying to do it today. So watch my Facebook page. But the STAR program is just a great way for you to know that you are doing greatness for the year-long goals. It's hard to stay focused for a year. So Mary Kay was wise. She broke it into quarters. And of course, we break it into the months and the weeks. So the STAR quarter, you earn 1,800 Sapphire with your own personal sales. There's no other way to do it. You must, of course, if you're not brand new, then you got to sweat sell it. And that means that it's not your initial order. So 1,800 wholesale, which would equate to 3,600 sales, because we want you to have that profit. So if you got to pay the piper. If you're not paying the piper up front with your discipline, then you're going to pay the piper later with more discounts. And that's not fun. So when you're paying it up front, it's always cheaper. And when you're focused on 3 + 3 + 3, 3 parties a week is Mary Kay's. I know we've been saying 3 faces, but 3 parties is the solid 3 + 3 + 3, 3 shares and $300 in sales. I would focus on new business if you want to make sure that you hit that mark and then some.
Love it.
Okay, thank you so much. So PCP, I made a mistake last time we were together. I said August 17, forgive me, but it's coming up. So I do want you to know, over to the right, you might have to move the pictures like I'm going to do, but based on just everything, it's inflation, my friends. I think actually, if I could just say this, does anyone remember how I made a comment on how things are going to get higher priced? Remember when I said the whole Ukrainian thing? Yeah. Okay. So this is it in reality. We are seeing higher prices all across the board. And Mary Kay hasn't increased our postage, but post office has. And we are now going to be paying 90 cents for our customers to receive the PCP. It's still well worth it, because if you notice to the right, I actually put a quote from Mary Kay. Even with the price increases, leveraging the program saves you up to 75% per recipient. And when you're following up with people, I want you to know this pays off. Now, I keep somebody on for 4 cycles. If they never respond, they never purchase, then just take them off. But this is not going to hurt you. This is amazing advertisement, and you need to make sure this is part of that 10% that we save in our money management so that we can fund our PCP. It's that important. And 13 new people. Here's what I would say. Every single quarter, your goal is to have 13 new customers minimum.
Andrea, can I add something there?
Yeah.
Okay. So guys, people don't get mail anymore that they really like. I mean, my dad, he's so cute, 86 years old. His thrill every day is he gets a mail and he puts it in my house. And I threw it all away because everything, bills are automatically paid and everything. So it's all junk stuff. But when they get this magazine, and I'm just looking for mine right here, because directors just got their new box. And if you're coming to seminar, you get a sneak peek. And I didn't even let Andrea know that. So we're gonna I'm gonna let you guys play in my box. That sounded weird.
That really
Play
does
in
sound
my-
weird.
I'm gonna let y'all play in my sneak peek box. And just because you're showing up, and then anyone who's watching on Zoom or Facebook will get to see it too. But you guys, let me tell you what they're coming out with for fall. Oh my gosh. I don't get real excited about limited edition stuff because I'm like, yeah, it goes fast. But it is really, really fabulous. And I know some of you guys are like, we want to know, we want to know, we want to know. So we're going to let you know, but we're not going to say a word because they tell us not to say a word. So we're just going to put it out and we're not going to say a word. Okay. So, but Preferred Customer Program, it's this beautiful magazine. And I've actually had customers contact me in the past, and Andrea, I'm sure you have too, where they've said, hey, I haven't gotten that Mary Kay magazine in a while. And I'm like, well, you can get it virtually. Well, I like to have it in my hand. Well, I only send it to my active customers. Okay, what's active? Well, when you place an order of 50 or more, then I put you back on my mailing list. Okay, I can do that. Don't be afraid. You guys are special and you're unique, and our company is special and unique. Don't be afraid to say, anytime you place an order, you automatically become active again in my customer base, and you will get our magazine. Don't call it the lookbook. They don't know what that is. Our quarterly magazine in the mail. Bam. Okay, Andrea, let's talk a little bit about this because I watched the video of the drawings, and one time when they did the drawing, it hovered right above one of your names, and another time it hovered right above one of my names, and I'm like, we were so close. But this is all done electronically. So Andrea, explain to us how this is done so that everybody understands it's fair, fair, fair.
Oh yeah, no, it's when you complete your weekly accomplishment sheet, quite honestly, I would do a double for insurance. I would make sure you're texting or emailing myself or Joe.
Yeah.
Even if you're putting the name of the person you had the sharing appointment with, we need to be following up with them, so they really don't count until we have a follow-up. And I do want you to know, one person never accepted my follow-up phone call, so she didn't get to go in. And so I do want you all to tell your friends when you're sharing, look, it's okay if this isn't for you. I'm really excited to share, and my director is going to be following up to see how I did, and of course to answer any questions that maybe I missed. And that's how you make sure that they know. It has to be within the 24 hours, worst case 2 days, but the names are put into a Google sheet, and then numbers are drawn randomly. And what she then does is she takes those numbers. Now this time they had over $1,000 to give away, so they had quite a few. They had the 500, and the consultant wins 100, and then they gave extra 100s away, and they did it for both the consultant and the guest. So this is exciting. But those numbers, I think she had like 237. So then she went to the Google Sheet, and then 237 would win the very first one, which was the 500. The second one was the consultant. The third one was the guest. So that's how it is. And it's fun because she videos it and everybody can see, and it is at my Facebook page.
It's cool. And you know what, guys? You pay nothing to participate. Andrea and I pay the fee. So let's do this. This is so exciting. Okay, Andrea, can you just explain this whole wish it to win it thing? Because you're our techie girl, and this isn't that hard, is it?
No, the video, I put it in my my e-card, and everybody should be able to find that video under the Mary Kay Facebook page. But here's the most important thing. You pick up your phone, or at the beginning of every single facial party, virtual, you let people know. When I'm doing my deliveries, I'm saying, okay, get your phone out. Now that thing you just bought, make sure you just put it in your wish list.
Yeah.
And honestly, it doesn't matter. They just want to be drawing attention to our new app. And they're fixing it all the time, you guys. Nothing's perfect. Mary Kay is pretty close, but we're not perfect. And so they're always getting better. So some of the things, even at seminar, they'll be having people talk about what they're improving, but this is pretty awesome. They're going to be giving, I want to say $650 cards. I don't see it right. 60 customers.
Yeah.
60 customers will win $50 Visa gift card. I mean, shut the front door. That is free money. That's like almost for some people, that could be a tank of gas. We need to make sure we're communicating in a way that relates to people right here, right now. Mary Kay changes lives. And if I could help a family have one tank of gas, that means that they can actually provide something for their family that they have had to say no to right now.
I love it. So you guys, sometimes this stuff confuses me because I have old brain and I don't have a teenager to help me have new brain, but this was not that hard for me to figure out. So I know Andrea laughs at me. She'll say, well, this is how you do it, but I'm going to do it for you right now, but I'm not going to do it for you again. And then she does it for me again because she loves me. But this is going to be so fun. And the more we do this virtual world, this media world, the more that we're going to be comfortable with it. And the way I like to explain it, Andrea, don't you agree that it's just like having a brand new consultant? And they don't understand what's the difference between a cleanser and a toner, and what is, what's preferred, what's PCP? I thought that was a drug, and what's T3. And so we understand that you might be coming from a position of, I don't understand it, but don't be like I do so many times. And I'll be talking to Andrea and I'm like, I don't care. Just forget it. I don't care. I just won't do it. And she very calmly talks me down off the ledge and says, this is how it works. And I take a deep breath. She makes me do deep breathing. And so y'all need to really, every morning and every night when you are doing your prayers, you need to thank the Lord above for Andrea for keeping Joanna sane. But I just want to tell you, this is not that hard. I figured it out. What, babe?
You're sweet. I think I do want to share, in case you're confused on QR codes.
Yeah.
Let me explain what a QR code is and why it would be, how would you use it? If you're texting this picture to someone, they're not going to use a QR code, because a QR code is the same. Has anybody ever sent a YouTube link to somebody? Shake your head if that's a yes. Have you ever? Okay, so I don't see head shaking. So have you ever sent an article from a newspaper to somebody virtually? You've texted, you've gone on Facebook. Okay. I'm okay, so y'all understand what a link is. Okay, so if you have a link is from a device to a device. So if I say, I'm going to send you a video, here's the link, all they have to do is touch it and boom, it pops up. If you don't have a link, the QR code becomes the link. So if I don't have the link and I'm like, oh crud, I want you to go to my website. It's www.Mary. Now that's cumbersome. There's an opportunity for the person to go, okay, I'll do it later. No, anytime you hear that, it's never going to happen. So a QR code allows them, you can print them on a piece of paper and keep it in your wallet. It can be of your website. It could be of the Mary Kay app. And that's what that QR code is. So if you printed that piece of paper, kept it with you, you could say, oh, here, scan this. There it is. There's the Mary Kay app. Just download it. Now, they don't have to type anything. It is the same as sending a link from one cell phone to another. The only way you can send a link to a cell phone is if you have their number. You haven't even gotten their number yet. This QR code helps you get their number and then communicate with links. Does that make sense? Everybody understand? So if you have a link, you don't need a QR code. But if you're sitting at a table or you're meeting somebody at a restaurant, you're going to need a QR code because there's no other way for you to connect cell phone to cell phone.
And these are things we're going to practice in 2 weeks. Okay. So you guys who are like deer in headlights, I get it. She talks really fast.
I feel like I'm slow.
I know she's actually slowing down for us. So these are things we're going to practice, like when we're sitting outside in the spa, or we're sitting around the pool, or we are just chatting around the table. These are things that we're going to pick up our phone or pick up our laptop. I want to encourage you guys, if you have a laptop, bring it with you to Arizona. Bring it with you, okay? Because we're going to be able to show you so many cool things. Excuse me. Andrea's going to be able to show you so many cool things that she does, and it's going to be so fun. I just cannot wait. I absolutely cannot wait. And this is why I'm letting people get on Facebook Live and on Zoom, because there's going to be so much great stuff. I just want to tell you guys, I'm going to stop share for a second. I just want to tell you guys that for the first 10 years of going to Mary Kay Leadership and Seminar, I took notes and notes and notes from the speakers, and I learned. But I want to tell you, in the last 10 to 12 years, it has been the stuff I've learned sitting at the luncheons we earn, at the parties we go to, in the hotel room, picking people's brains. And Andrea, please nod with me here. It's not that I'm downplaying our speakers or anything, but when I hear $1 million director speaking, I'm like, okay, I'm not there yet. I want to talk to somebody who's a little closer to where I'm at and see what they're doing. And that's what you're going to get to do. You are going to get to, good, she's nodding. You are going to get the talks we had in my suite every year. And that's where afterwards, after seminar, I would talk to everybody and say, what'd you learn? And they're like, the stuff in your suite. I'm like, that's why we're having it here.
Let's also, Joe, if you have picked up Eric Worre, write this word down, Worre. He took network marketing and put it into a professional level where people understand this is a profession and it is so reputable. But one of the things he says is, if you are not cootie to cootie at events, you will not grow. You will not understand there's magic. And I know I could sort of put her on the spotlight, but Fran was like, oh, I'm not going to career conference. And I said, okay, that's okay. It was really hard for me to say that. I'm not going to lie. I'm like, that's okay. You can totally not go. But I feel like you're going to miss so much that you'll never get back. And I feel that if she was on camera, she would agree, because it's the sisterhood. It's, oh my gosh, I believe that I'm in the right place. And she just told me something I never got from a speaker, but oh my God, that blew my mind. I am now seeing bigger.
And let me ask you guys something. Those of you who have gone to the big events, so who am I thinking? I guess Vicki and Amy, like when y'all walk away, don't you agree that it doesn't just change your business? It changes your friendships, your social life, it changes everything. It changes everything. I just went through a trauma-informed workshop. It was 8 hours, you guys, 4 hours one day, 4 hours the next, of learning to work with people who are dealing with trauma. But it also helped you work with the people in your life, in your own trauma. Everybody's had trauma. And what amazed me the most was, one, the time flew by. So I didn't even realize we were there for 4 hours, both sessions. But the biggest thing was the conversations we had in between with the breaks, where Susie would say this, and Brian would say this, and Carol would say this, and you start to go, wow. I just want you guys to be ready. This is going to be mind-blowing. Okay, I'm going to stop now. Okay, so, all right, Andrea.
Yes. Okay, now let's welcome you to the new year. We've got some things that we're gonna go till 6. I hope everybody is prepared. I'm pretty sure we've got a lot of stuff to go over. It's the new year, and of course our reco for June. So golden rules is the Mary Kay theme, and as we've done for years and years and years, everything goes back to that 3 + 3 + 3. When you do $300 in sales for 4 weeks, 3 × 4 is 12. 1,200 in sales, half is what? Always invested. Say that with me. Always reinvested. And that's where we come up with the 600 wholesale. The 600 wholesale also puts you in a higher commission as you build your team. And as you have 5 recruits order in 1 calendar month and you personally hit your 600, you are now earning a 13% check. And that is why there's magic in that monthly. We've given you some tracking sheets. I would recommend you print those out and start circling every single 600 and every single person that you're sharing with when they come in. And then of course you can color it in when they're qualified, because a qualified, I do want to tell you this. Some people are missing the opportunity to have a qualified where if they don't hit that 600 in their first 4 months, it's not their last opportunity. Let's just say somebody comes in now, and Gloria always said, front load your year, get lots and lots of leads so you have people to then talk to next June as you finish your goals. But if somebody comes in now, doesn't quite hit her 600, you might think, oh, that's a wasted recruit. No, if she becomes a star consultant at any time during this calendar year, then she also becomes a qualified recruit for you. So that's pretty exciting, and people miss that often.
Love it.
Now, when you are hitting your 600, we don't want to miss July. That's why we're so excited about you seeing faces, and we're doing the summer beauty bag giveaway, because when you're consistent. And when I mentioned earlier, we've got to catch our words. When we start to say, oh man, I can't fit in my pants anymore, I ate too much ice cream, we've got to stop saying it's okay. We say, no, doggone it, Andrea, you're better than this. You are an amazing Grace. You are a superstar. Let's start being that big girl. Pull up those panties. Time to say no. Time to get to work no matter how you feel. Are y'all with me? And when you do that consistently, Mary Kay has the year-long contest. Boy, oh boy, are those beautiful earrings and bracelet set, just to the extra cherry on the top for doing your job.
Love it.
Now, here is what we have to look forward to for our jewelry and the national courts. I'm going to start with the far left. It's not right now this September. It's actually next September that is our 60th anniversary. Yep. This September will be 59. But since the year will be celebrated, this will be our 60th anniversary as of next seminar. And what Mary Kay has done is when you are a sales director and you hit the $300,000 unit club. Now, I want everybody to actually write that down, because we're going to be taking the conversation to a new level in the next couple weeks. And it's going to really culminate at seminar, because there is no reason why those of you sitting here as a brand new, you signed up this morning, you can be not only earning the triple star necklace, not only earning your very first Cadillac, not only earning your very first diamond ring, you can be achieving the 60th anniversary bonus ring, which was that gorgeous purple, and you can be in Scotland. Now, excuse me, it's Barcelona this year. It's time that we start to dream bigger. And I know I'm ready for it. And this is an opportunity to print these out, plaster your house, and start putting them. I have it in I laminated it and put it in my shower, just so you know. I do my affirmations and I visualize, and I actually have a place where I can put my phone away from the water and I can listen to or watch the videos that inspire me. And if you're not doing that subconsciously, your brain doesn't know reality from what you say is reality. So if you want a better marriage, you want better relationships, you want a better figure, it's all got to start with what you're allowing and you're seeing and you're believing. Yes? Shake your head. Yes. Now, does this just happen? No. This is why very few people achieve that big life experience of hitting goals that they never thought they could, but you can do it with those daily actions. And so if you notice here, the diamond in the middle You can't see my finger. Thank you, Joe. That's the National Court of Sales. The big one below that is the $500,000 ring. And of course, we still have the Bumblebee. I don't have the picture here, but when you do the Bumblebee, you do the sales and you do the $300,000 unit club as a brand new director, then you will be a triple star and you earn one of the necklaces that our amazing fearless leader has done multiple times. And she has a bunch of those, and you get the very first one and you build every time you do it again, you get more pieces to the gorgeous collection. And that's called triple star. Okay, now we talked about the national court. When you have a national, then nationals oftentimes do prizes, but since we don't have a national anymore, we're considered Mary Kay National Area. And Mary Kay National Area rewards our hard work when we do half of the court. So again, sales is 40,000, Mary Kay National Area is 20,000, and we had quite a few achievers. The National Court of Sharing is 24 qualified recruits for the year. They must sign as of 1 July and then 30 June. And then Mary Kay National Area is half, and that would be 12. And then, of course, our courts is half of that. So over to the right, you will see that Mary Kay's made a decision this year to be green. And I think most people right now are excited about some cold, hard cash. Who here is in agreement? I think that's pretty exciting. And you can, of course, go and get something luxurious. But Mary Kay National Area is giving cold hard cash. When you are a Princess Court achiever, you'll have $25 cash. When you're double court, you'll have $50. And when you do all three, you'll have $75. Now, what I didn't put on there is that when you are a sales director and you hit that $300,000 or higher, you start getting $200 bonus cash just from Mary Kay National Area. So this is how, like, when I had our $500,000 year, my suitcase was so filled with prizes and I had all these things because Mary Kay is just so eager to give you generously. And that's why we want to put it out there every week. When you focus on your GG form, you'll be on track for these.
Okay, love that.
Now they're like, what's a GG form? I can't wait to tell you.
Oh my gosh.
Now this is a tracking sheet. We're going to go over this more at seminar, but you should print this. If you love color, I would print it on cardstock and get it where you can be tracking. And notice at the top, professional title. This is a really big thing. I want you to declare in advance, what do you really want to be telling people? Think of it as a time warp. Where do you want to be in 2 years? I'm a business developer with Mary Kay Cosmetic, and I have over 500 people in my organization. Put that down. Put down what it is. I am a triple star director. And that's an opportunity for you to live into that vision. So this has all sorts of things. We'll keep going. More things to talk about. And of course, building your team. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I get to tell you something I told my girls on my daily hotline today. And you're welcome to call my daily hotline. You get your mind right each and every morning. Yeah. Sometimes I'm a little delayed, but it's not bad. You hear yesterday's. So Mel Robbins, we all have seen her. She's an amazing person. Eric Worre had her about 7, 8 years ago, and she rocked our world because she actually changed her whole life as a lawyer and finding so many things coming apart. She was hating her job. She was hating sort of things that were all around her. Relationships were falling apart. And she realized that if she just stopped thinking and just said 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get up, talk, offer, say hello, pick up the phone, whatever it is, she started to see that the fear disappeared, number one, but energy followed. And then as she continued looking into this, she's now somebody who is such an influencer, such a coach, but what she teaches is that neurologically, there's something we're not talking about, and we think it is a lack of motivation. We think it is, I don't know my why. Let me spend a couple weeks meditating on my why. No, baloney, you don't need to have any of that. What she said is the unfortunate thing that's happening in our society is we're hesitating. That moment we see something and we say, oh my gosh, I want to tell her how great, boy, she's beautiful, but we hesitate. We don't say it. We think of somebody to join our team. we don't write her name down, and then we hesitate. I don't want to bug her. It's dinner time. I'll do it later. Neurologically, our brain is only there to do one major thing. Have y'all ever heard of fight or flight? Did you know your brain wants to protect you? It wants to keep you alive. Well, it doesn't really know that you're not going to die by going after this somewhat uncomfortable thing. Your brain says, oh no, you're going to die. And all of a sudden, the hesitation creates pathways that allows our brain to come up with every single reason that we should wait, that we should be safe, that we should pause, that we should do everything that destroys our dreams. So the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom. Now, we're going to learn from it. Sometimes we might put our foot in our mouth when we 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 too much. But the point here is when you're thinking of action towards something you want, something that is, God's giving you these dreams. It's not going to take you in the wrong direction. So let's really get excited that the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 can grow you, grow your confidence, and allow those dreams to continue to light you up each and every morning. I don't know where Jo went, but she's in charge of the spotlight and the slideshow. Okay, do a little dance. I feel like I'm on vaudeville now.
I was taking notes. Oh my gosh, that was so good. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you guys, so crucial, so crucial. Can y'all see the red jacket
No.
slide? Oh, hang on. Let me go back. This should give y'all all hope. Gallery. Okay, let me go back to screen share. So I just want you guys to know, just get into it now because we are going to be focusing on red jacket. The way the company has structured you getting commissions and payments and everything with the red jacket, you are still making 50% on everything you sell, but you are making commissions based on the activity of your team, which you're not even in charge of. Your director's in charge of. You're just sitting back, working your business on your own, making 50% on everything you sell. And in June, 60%. Oh my gosh, I stocked up there. And we take care of your team. We encourage them. We train them. We inspire them. And you just sit back and make the money. It's called earn while you learn, while you go and grow. So I just want you guys to understand that we're going to be talking red jacket, which is 3 active, but then we are going to be pushing you to go to 5 active. And then how many people on your team have a team member and how many of them have a red jacket on their team? And if this scares you, I just want you to know, I wish somebody had explained this to me when I was in Mary Kay after a month, 3 months, 6 months, or a year, because I didn't get it until I had been in Mary Kay for almost a year, that I was literally leaving money on the table. And I don't want you guys to think, oh, Joanna's all about money. But I want to tell you guys, I ended up being a single parent and that money came in very handy. And the people whose lives I changed, I want to tell you the story of one woman. I'll just call her Deborah. Deborah joined my team and she and her 2 kids, she was a single parent, lived in a trailer. And she cleaned the gym where I was the aerobics director, like the exercise class director. And I introduced her to Mary Kay and she started building her business. And she paid her way, not only through dental school, dental hygienist school, but she also supported her children, quit being the janitor at our gym, and was able to become a dental hygienist and pay for her kids for them to be able to buy a home in Hinesville, Georgia. Now, I realize y'all are going, okay, that was a million years ago. It doesn't matter. It's all relative. Mm-hmm. Because Deborah, to this day, sends me a card every year on her Mary Kay anniversary and says, "You changed our lives." And I always say, "No, I didn't. You changed your lives." You never know, guys. You never know. But I like to let you know your work when you have a customer who you're making 50% off of, and you're like, if I bring them onto my team, I'm not going to make 50% on the sales anymore. And that might be a fear of yours, but it's short-term income versus long-term income. Trust me on it. And it will reward you over and over and over again. But if you're focusing strictly on personal use people, it will not reward you. So one of the things we're going to talk about when y'all come to my home is we're going to talk about how you turn personal use into a full-time Mary Kay thinking woman. Because there is a way that you can take someone, like if I talk to Andrea and say, you know, you bought $600 in Mary Kay in the last year, why don't you become a personal use consultant? Then I say, but there's one requirement: to have at least one party with me helping you, supporting you, doing it for you if you want me to, where you invite 5 to 6 friends. And if she decides she's never going to do anything with Mary Kay again, I have those 5 or 6 friends as my new customers and potential team members. You've got to start thinking of this as a business. You guys, this is not a hobby. This is a business. I know Alice has come to that realization lately. The stuff that she's sending me, I want you guys to really keep her in your prayers right now, because the stuff that she's sending me is blowing my mind. Okay. All right. So we are going to talk about your new form. So what we've done, what Andrea and I did over many, many, many conversations, is we combined what we thought were the most important IPAs, income producing activities, on a daily basis with our weekly recognition and our monthly recognition. So if you haven't seen this yet, you can go to Shite Family Superstars and it's posted there. It's also going to be sent out in your email tomorrow with the link to tonight's video. And basically, you are tracking Monday through Sunday all of your points that you get in a lot of different categories. So I hope y'all can all see this. I'm going to go through these very quickly. Sell one item is 1 point each. Now, I knew the first thing you guys were going to ask was, well, what if it's a satin hands? Satin hands has 3 items in it. It equals 3 points. What if it's a miracle set? Miracle set has 4 items in it. That's 4 points. What if it's a value firm set? Value firm set has 5 items in it. That's 5 points. Okay. So for every individual item, you get a point and you track it. For every facial you book, you get a point. For every new contact, when you get their phone number, you get a point. Every time you call Andrea's hotline or you Voxer me. So Andrea does a hotline. I rely on Voxer. When you Voxer me, hey, this is Vicki. Today I'm going to call 3 people and book 1 appointment and sell $200. Then that's my way of communicating with you. So either way you want to do it, you get 1 point for every single day. When you book a party with at least 3 people who are guests who are 18 and older, non-Mary Kay users, you get 5 points. For every new face, you get 5 points. For every $100 sold, you get 5 points. So if you sell $100 tomorrow, give yourself 5 points. If you sell $200, give yourself 10 points. You get it? Marketing with a director follow-up. Oh, the points just jumped. Let's say Vicki and I do an interview tomorrow with one of her potential team members. She gets 20 points. When your new team member is Great Start qualified within 4 months, you get 50 points and you fill it out. Okay, let's go to the second page. I'm going to take questions at the end. Okay, go to weekly. Every week, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5. Why 5 weeks? Because the dates are so weird. Like July 1st wasn't a Monday. Okay, so I'm sorry, I cannot change the calendar for you guys, but you can track this on your own. Submit your weekly accomplishment on a Sunday. Attend your meeting. Guest at the meeting are 10 points each. Queen of sales is 20 points. If you're a star sales week, which means you did at least 300 in sales, you get 10 points. Queen of sharing is 25 points. Then you go to monthly. If you're the queen of retail sales for the month, you give yourself 25 points. If you're on the retail court of sales top 5, you give yourself 15 points. And we're going to show all this recognition in just a second for June. So you're going to understand it. If you're the queen of personal sales, that is your weekly accomplishment sheet. You give yourself 25. If you're the queen of sharing, 25. If you're the queen's court of sharing, 15. She missed something here.
Are you
Oh,
okay?
yeah. Oh, what was that? Can y'all hear me? Okay, good. Okay, if you're on the personal court of sales, top 5, sorry, we need to shift these categories a little bit, 15. If you, in the month, do 225 to 399, you get 10 points. 400 to 599 is 25. 600 wholesale is 50. And if you do a 601 or higher, it's 75 points. If you move up the career path, it's 50 points. Then every quarter, star quarter, you get to give yourself points. Sapphires 100, rubies 200, diamonds 300, and emeralds 400. So what we did was we tried to make this so that you could track your daily activity, your weekly activity, and your monthly recognition when we do monthly recognition. So let me show you guys how this is going to work. Okay. Well, first off, these are how my mouse is not doing a good job here. Hang on. Let me go up with this. It's not letting me. So yes, I know I need a new mouse. Okay, here are your points. So when you save up your points all month long, weekly, monthly, daily, all of it, if you reach 500 points, you get $50 in Mary Kay product or $20 event cash. Your director will send you an email. This is for $20 event cash. You have to save that because whenever you want to redeem it, you need to send that back to her. Okay. 250 is 25 in product or $10 event cash. So this is adding up every month. Imagine if you did 250 points every month and you chose the cash, you get $120 towards seminar next year. 125 points and then 50 points. Okay. This is always due the 3rd of the month because we're not looking at Sunday through Saturday anymore. We're looking at true month dates. That is going to save Joanna's sanity in tracking all this. This is all about my sanity. Okay, where are you going to choose to land on July 31st? So get ready because you're going to use the new form in looking at all of this, okay? So we do want to welcome our new unit members. Yay, we love these women. Our senior consultants that are ready to go into red, our red jackets who are ready to go into team leader, and then our elite team leader who's ready to go into DIQ. So debuting is a dream come true. You guys, we would love to put your face on this slide. All right, so I want to show you the daily activity countdown of points for the week. Again, sell one item, book one facial, one new contact, hotline boxer, book a party, new faces, $100 sold, marketing, and Great Start Qualified. So here are our details. I just went over this. Let's talk about it again. 5 points for every new face, full circle face, okay? 5 points for every $100 sold before taxes. This has to be on your weekly accomplishment sheet. So let's say Vicki sells $600 this next week, which wouldn't surprise me. Then she would get 5 points for every $100 sold that she would put on her tracking sheet. 20 points for every marketing share and an entry into the $500 cash drawing, and Great Start Qualified with minimum $600 cumulative in the first 4 months. It doesn't have to be a one-time 600 cumulative, or like Andrea said, if they become a STAR consultant anytime that year. So let's get our Girls with Goals form. If you turned in your weekly accomplishment sheet, because the old pop forms were already done, they're over. If you turned in your weekly accomplishment sheet for the week ending July 3rd, you give yourself 5 points. If you see your name here, Jamie, Sayonara, Courtney, Zulema, Alice, Amy, Fran, Vicki, Christine, give yourself 5 points. If you turned in your weekly accomplishment sheet for the week ending July 10th, Arlene, Sayonara, Zulema, Alice, Mary Ellen, Amy, Fran, and Vicki, give yourself 5 more points. Now, if you're like, I don't have the form in front of me, it's okay. It's going to come in your email tomorrow if you're in my unit, or you can go on either one of our Facebook pages and download it. Give yourself 5 points. Give yourself 10 points for turning in your weekly accomplishment sheet every week in June. Give yourself 10 points for being on live tonight, and give yourself 10 points for every guest you have at the meeting. If you ever have a guest at the meeting, you give yourself 10 points, and they're going to know you just got points for them being on, but we are going to treat them so special. And you guys, it's just people who want to check us out. So always let your director know if you have a guest that's jumping on the meeting to check us out. 20 points for our Queen of Sales for the week ending July 3rd. Now, here's the really fun part. If the queen is not present, the next person in line gets the 20 points. So Alice, give yourself 20 points for being the Queen of Sales for the week ending July 3rd. Zulema, give yourself 10 points for having a star week of at least $300. Here we go, the next week. Guess who was our queen? Alice, give yourself 20 points. And for having a star week, Zulema, the queen of consistency, I'm telling you, give yourself 10 points. Our queen of sharing, well, that would probably be me for June. But you guys, I don't want to put my picture there, and hopefully I don't look like a bee, but I want to see who is going to step up and be our queen of sharing every single week. You get 20 points. Now let's look at who our June queens are, and guess what? You get to add it to that first week on your GG form. We're calling it our GG form. I think that's so cute, but it's Girls with Goals. Okay, so you're going to put it under monthly week 1, under monthly week 1 for the points. Let's see who our monthly queens are. Well, our queen of retail, 25 points goes to Amy Paw, 10 points to Francine, Sayonara, Fran, Sheila, and Rosa for being in our top 5 of retail sales. Then we have our queen of sharing. Well, we're just going to miss that. Okay, 25 points for being our June queen of personal sales. Well, Francine's not here. Sayonara's not here. So guess who our queen is? Amy gets to be our queen. And Christine and Zulema both get 10 points. So Amy, give yourself 25 points for being the June Queen of Personal Sales. And Christine and Zulema, give yourself 10 points. And everybody else, if y'all watch the video later, give yourself 10 points. Yay. Aren't you glad you are here? Okay, so it is the start of a new quarter. And I want you guys to think about this. Our quarter began June 16th. We are already almost 4 weeks into the first quarter. Okay. Have you decided what star you're going to be? Have you adopted a strategy? Have you told your director your strategy? Have you shared your strategy? Have you started with a list? Have you scheduled the activity? Are you doing what you plan? Have you established how you're going to advertise what you're doing? Give service to others and consistently keep at it. You guys, being a 4-quarter star is so huge. The points you're going to accumulate, the prizes you're going to be able to order, and the lives you are going to change along the way. Why be a star? Just read over this. You get to pick out a prize. You get extra prizes from Andrea and I. You get to qualify for the company to send you new customers and team member referrals. You get to order new products early, and you get tons of reco. All right, so let's work on that. So where are you going to choose to land on July 31st? Are you going to earn or re-earn your red jacket? Are you going to be on target for your Mary Kay car, Elite Star Team Builder, DIQ? You've got to choose your goal. And y'all, I started this whole meeting by saying it's all about being proactive and not reactive. You've got to plan your work and work your plan. And if you choose not to do that, then it's just going to be as stuff happens. And you guys, as women, as powerful, independent, strong women, don't we want to choose our success? Or do we want to just have things happen to us? How many of y'all want to choose? I want to choose. Who wants to choose? I'm going to choose. I'm just assuming that Dana, your hand is up. It's all about choices. Women want to choose their skincare. They want to choose their glamour. They want to choose their consultant. Well, guess what? I want to choose who I work with. I want to choose my success. I want to choose my paycheck and design it myself, because the ball is in your court in this business, totally in your court. All right, I'm really excited to be working with everybody for the new seminar year. Let's go through this one more time. Happy New Year. Whoop, whoop. Andrea, do you want to add anything before we close? Because I know we've gone really late tonight, but it has been amazing.
Yes, I do want to just say thank you for asking that, Joe. If you are one of our seminar girls, be prepared for we want you to evaluate before you arrive. We're going to have a little questionnaire so that you can, and some of you, Fran, Chrissy, you're sort of already there, but so that you can come in knowing where you want to focus and have like an idea of like on a scale where you feel you're strong and then where you want to grow. So we want to have a self-evaluation that you'll be having in an email. We also might have a couple fine-tune packing recommendations. And so that'll come, just stay tuned for that. But we did need to talk about things. I think, Joe, we still needed to do that. Were we going to stay on next week or do it early? I won't be on after 5:15 next week, but you guys can do it.
I think if we just do it at the beginning, I think it's fine. We'll have a seminar conversation at the beginning of the meeting next week. And if you're not coming, at least you'll know if you're Zooming or doing Facebook Live with us, what to expect. But I think it's super important, you guys, that if you're gonna Zoom or do Facebook Live, that you get ready and you plan out that time and don't just be like, okay, I'll show up if I want to. It's not going to be recorded. And this is going to be amazing. We are working our patooties off. I won't tell you what a patootie is, but to make sure that this is amazing for you guys. I sent Andrea the menu. She highly approved of the menu. It's going to be great. And we are just so excited that you guys are coming. And if you have any questions about anything, reach out to your director. But why don't we just plan the first 10 minutes next week? Why don't we talk about all things seminar? I will tell you that Zulema sent y'all a packing list for the Advanced Glamour. If you are flying in and you're already going to be overweight or you have to pay for luggage, give me a call, because if you're flying in, Vicki, Monica, Amy, Christine, who else is flying in? Maybe Alice. There are a lot of things I have here at the house that I can help you with. Your skincare, your hair care, your jewelry for seminar. I mean, everything. I mean, mi casa is su casa. So, and Zulema is 20 minutes up the road and she's going to be helping, and Courtney's 20 minutes the other way and she's going to be helping. So everybody's going to have a job and it's going to be so amazing. So if you haven't committed to coming, please reach out to us and let us know if you're ready, because this is going to be awesome. And by the way, if you are planning on doing the spa treatments, we will talk about that next week as well, but they are all ready. They're lined up. They're coming. It's going to be so great. So great. I'm excited. So you guys excited? Okay, well, Happy New Year. And thank you to everybody for being on tonight. Thank you, Andrea, for all of your amazing work as well. You are just such a great friend, but you're also a great co-host. And I appreciate you more than you will ever know. I'll give you lots and lots and lots of hugs when you get here. All right, love you guys. On 3, we're all going to say bye, y'all, and Happy New Year. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. 1, 2, 3. Bye, y'all.
Happy New Year.
Here.
Love it.